Okay, so I'm back with Venus in the sign of Aries. And Venus in the sign of Aries, I have this placement actually, is, impatient. They usually know what they're attracted to, what they want when they want, and the male or woman will pursue you, and when they do, they expect you to fall in line. Now, not fall in line because they're trying to control you. No, fall in line because they cannot understand if they're feeling the way that they're feeling. How come you're not feeling the way you're feeling? What do you need to think about? Let's get this done. So, and Venus and Aries can pursue something and really be into somebody and feel like it's what they want, just to find out, like, after they get involved with the person, like, man, this wasn't really what I wanted. It's not really what I wanted, but usually when they feel like they want you, or this is a relationship that they want to pursue, they pursue it. There are those times when people will pursue them, especially the women, and the women will keep them running around, because they'll know that if they don't get that hunch right away, then they don't want to deal with it. And this is something that challenges Venus and Aries, because the real relationships that you get in that matter, they're going to send you through an aspect of patience that you will have to develop when it comes to love, because love isn't just about passion, you know what I'm saying, but very passionate. They could be direct, and for some people it could be a bit much. They're direct, like, okay, I love you, let's do this, I don't understand why you don't get it, jump on board, what is the problem? You get what I'm saying? Calling you will bring you stuff, will do you favors, but there could be a couple things going on at once to where it seems like they can't invest everything into that one person, but it's because they got work, they got other interests, they got other people that they got to tend to, whatever, but they're pretty passionate in love. Now, this is the thing, they I want to say that they're interested in individuals that also really just know what they want, okay, and individuals that are not slow, that get to the point, okay, rather quickly, and they don't like long drawn out scenarios. Let's have this interaction, and we're going to have this interaction and let it be done. Sometimes they can be drawn to like sporty type individuals, the women like manly men, or the men like sporty type women, or the women that can flow and roll with the punches. They like people that flow and roll with the punches of life and be strong enough to stand up to it. Like people that are original, creative, like innovators, that stands up and take the lead, with them too sometimes. But they want you to be able to be pursued, but then at the same time, when you need to be the aggressor. So Venus and Aries likes for like having aggression somewhere intertwined into their relationships at some point. Like if you can't stand up to them, it's a turn off sometimes. Like seriously. Yeah. And the men with this placement, Venus and Aries men, they could like quick interactions. And there's sometimes when they're full on with you, and then there's times when they're kind of feel like they're distracted, or they're not as passionate as they was. It's because like they dive in heavy, strong at first, and then they gotta back up. They gotta back up to give themselves like some time, or to rebuild their energy back up again. Like I hear people say this with Scorpio all the time, but really it's like that with Aries too, and people don't talk about it. But it's Mars that's doing it. It's Mars. They like their space. Men with this placement like their space. So, and women with this placement like their space. And I'm not talking like having to be separate, but like if they want to do their own thing a little bit, go in a separate room, read their books, or take their focus off for you for a second, don't take it personal. This is just how they do, how they get down. So men with this placement, Venus and Aries, they like original women, original, like they have their own look to them, or lead the way. Like they can look and see in their lives that they go after what they want. Like they like go getter women. So they sometimes could like to have attention and be chased. Now, never just go far out chasing the man. Now, when I say chase, I mean like they wouldn't mind sometimes, like if the woman did little things for them, or was like, hey, what's up, like how you doing, and pay them attention a little bit, versus they're not really into the traditional way. So they don't like women that try to make them wait for long periods of time, try to make them be the dude that dates them in a traditional sense, try to build a traditional. I'm not saying they don't like tradition, period, but like they don't have to go about their courtship or their relationship in the typical way. That's boring to them. Like they like women that can change it up, add things, different things in, like show up differently sometimes. You came, your hair is brunette, man, one day you show up at the door and you got like fire red hair or blonde, whatever, and you spicy with it. They like that because it gets their passion going again. They have to constantly have things renewed. Now, constantly, I'm not talking about every day, you know what I'm saying, but you got to know when to incorporate things in. They don't really care for the consistent robotic type. Okay, that's not their thing. They like acting like they like women that can get in the car and roll with the punches. Like, so when you need to basically be versatile a little bit, when you need to throw your hair up and hit the road, let's go hiking, let's go running, let's go to the store or whatever, you can't let your looks get in the way of that. Like, oh man, I'm not sure about the way I look. No, they're like, what you mean you're not sure about the way you look? So basically they're into women, they check them out. Like the woman could wear makeup and everything and be dressed up, but they look at women in a natural sense too, which people don't talk about, because they're into like a more natural beauty too. Because not necessarily, oh, you just got to be so beautiful to the point of where you're decorated and with the makeup. Like that's good and all, but no, at the end of the day, and they look for that because they want to know, like when they wake up with you in the next morning, that they're not getting something completely different than what they thought. They, like I said, can my girl like wake up in the morning, put her hair in a bun, and let's hit the road if we got to. So yeah, there's not much to say, but the fact that what I already said. And if you have a man with this placement, switch it up sometimes. Okay, you be passionate about something, and you don't have to reveal everything to him, you know what I'm saying, but don't be too changeable. Like, don't be changeable to the point of where it's like you can change up your outside, but don't change up like who you are inwardly to the point to where it's like confusing. But just very interest, you know what I'm saying, hit them with something a little bit different every now and then. Okay, don't really or don't put so much emphasis into trying to be made up for him. Oh, this is what's gonna catch his attention. Like, you got to be raw with it, and you can't be afraid of being you, and you can't be afraid of regressing the situation sometimes. Point of where you're not making him feel trapped in, but you're paying him attention every now and then, you know what I'm saying. But they like the chase as well. They like the chase, so they'll chase you down, turn it down a couple times if you want, because like I did say, they like to get straight to the point. It sounds confusing, but it's not. And you have to have, it's like right in the middle with them. Seriously, I'm Venus and Aries, like and sometimes the women could be like, women with this placement could be like the man. But what I'm saying is that, I'm saying, when I say they don't like things drawn out, it's like, look, don't make them wait 5 months, 500 days later, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm interested in you. It doesn't have to be that drawn out. You don't have to court them traditionally. Have fun in your dates. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm saying. They like to chase, so let them chase you for a little bit, like every now and then. You have to do. This is what you involve you throughout the relationship with them. You get what I'm saying? Just to keep it spicy. Sometimes ignore them a little bit. Like, they're talking to you. Oh, what'd you say? Oh, I'm busy. I can't do it tonight. Like, I'm working on this, I'm working on that. But not to the point of where you turn them off because you're totally not focused on them. Okay? So spice it up a little bit. Be fun. Have your life. Have your passions. Be the leader. Take the lead sometimes. You get what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to be yourself with Venus and Aries. Okay? I'm Butterfly to Light. I'll be back.